The second election debate took place in Brisbane tonight, with Kevin Rudd and Tony Abbott fronting a people's forum of 100 undecided voters at the Brisbane Broncos Leagues Club. And in a completely unrelated story, Tony Abbott today pledged $5 million for a new gym for the Brisbane Broncos. So it's big news for the Broncos, although you wouldn't know it from the Leagues Club's website, where the debate and expansion failed to rate a mention, losing out to the head chef's top mushroom tips. So if you haven't made up your mind yet for September 7, try a mushroom tart. Yum! Elsewhere, independent candidate Peter Slipper has been caught recycling his old campaign posters, which his opponents claim date back to the 1980s, presumably as a reminder of what Peter Slipper was like before he weirded everyone out. According to the ABC, Slipper has cut the Liberal National Party logo off the top and bottom of his old federal election signs. So if you're worried about government cuts, you should be, especially if you're cardboard. And since Slipper's wife Inga indicated this week that she might wish to enter politics, this may not be the last time we see these old posters. And Peter Slipper's not the only one recycling, with Tony Abbott announcing that if elected, he'll change the name of disability care back to the National Disability Insurance Scheme, perhaps to let everyone know that he's less of a carer and more of a schemer. No word yet on whether we'll see the revival of Telecom, Grace Brothers or Oil of You Land. And turning to Tasmania, independent MP Andrew Wilkie is raising funds for his campaign by having a garage sale on eBay. The items on offer include gems such as Bob Catter's hat, a framed tie, and Kevin Rudd's autographed tee. A strange move for Wilkie, who's just outed himself as the office thief, but comfort for Kevin Rudd, who finally has the answer to his question: why did Andrew Wilkie want me to sign that box of tea? I'll tell you why, Kevin, so the Labor Party could inadvertently fund Wilkie's campaign. You're a Wilkie man now. And the Daily Telegraph have out-journalismed themselves once again with their front page spread, which outs Sour Susie, the star of the Labor Party's attack ad against Tony Abbott, as an actress. Stop the presses. People in commercials are actors. Next you'll tell me the Fruit Loops toucan isn't a real toucan. Next you'll tell me the Milky Bar Kid isn't a real cowboy and those Milky Bars weren't really on him. Next you'll tell me the Ajax spray and wipe woman's in-laws aren't really coming over. Meanwhile, pre-poll voting has begun for people who can't make it to a polling booth on September 7, so track down your pre-poll booth if you want to vote for candidates before they're disendorsed. And to the youth vote now, and Year 12 students from Sydney Catholic School St Ignatius College have written a letter to Jesuit-educated MPs, including Tony Abbott and Bill Shorten, saying they lack moral courage in their treatment of asylum seekers. The letter is a welcome change from other schools who previously submitted their feedback to leaders via the medium of sandwich. And Tony Abbott has been heckled by a woman dressed as Pixar character Nemo, asking whether he's going to protect the reefs. Hey! Daily Telegraph. Next you'll tell me she isn't a real clownfish. And after furore about a website that he runs, Liberal candidate Kevin Baker will no longer be campaigning for the seat of Charlton. The coalition are unlikely to be too bothered by this, since Charlton is considered a safe Labor seat. Though if chair-sniffing MP Troy Buswell is anything to go by, there are no safe seats. So those are the highlights for day 17, and in the words of a law-abiding citizen waiting to get some, bring on 18. For The Roast, I'm Mark Humphreys.